Hello and welcome to pmplounge.com. Today we are looking into the overview of integration management knowledge area. Now we have actually discussed in details about everything that's related to knowledge to integration management knowledge area. So I will be linking the entire playlist in the description below. You can check that out, and those videos should be good enough for you to understand everything that there is about integration management as far as PMP is concerned. And today we are just taking an overview look of the integration management knowledge area. We'll look into all the processes of knowledge area of integration management, and we'll also be looking into some of the major deliverables of each process. So let's get started. All right, so at first, this table could be a bit of a bit overwhelming, to be frank, but let me explain how this works. So this is the process group: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and closing. These are the five process groups. The knowledge area, of course, is integration management that we are dealing with, and these are the processes. All right, and the first row, just below the header row, these are all the processes. These are the deliverable of those processes. This is the second row of processes. This means some more processes in integration management itself and their respective deliverable. So let's look into the initiating process group first. And what does initiating process group contain when it comes to integration management? So the process is develop project charter. This is the first process of integration management, and the deliverable, the major deliverable out of this process is project charter. So makes sense, right? Develop project charter is the name of the process, so obviously the deliverable is going to be project charter. This is also the first deliverable each project should ideally have, the project charter. All right, let's move on. And like I said, right, if you want to learn more about Project Charter, if you want to learn more about any of these deliverables or any of these processes, right, develop Project Charter process itself, the link in the description, the entire playlist in the description has all the necessary videos to bring you up to speed on all of these concepts. And in those respective videos that you are going to see, you will also find detailed articles linked in their respective descriptions. So you can go over those articles as well if you want to read more and in depth on what each of the processes or deliverables are. Now let's look into planning. So this is the second column that we are looking at. Planning. So planning the process, there's one process in planning which is develop project management plan, and the deliverable, of course, just like develop project charter, the deliverable is project charter. Develop project management plan, the deliverable is going to be the project management plan. All right, let's move on to executing. So executing has two processes. Number one is direct and manage project work. The deliverables of this process are going to be project deliverables. So whatever that you are going to deliver as part of the project, right? They are the deliverable of this process itself. So this is where the actual work takes place. The direct and manage project work process is where the actual project work takes place. So project deliverables are the first deliverable of this process. The second deliverable of this process is work performance information. So how is the work going on, right? How is the team performing the work? So a lot of information will be generated, and this information is known as work performance information. So this is also a deliverable of the executing uh, process group process, which is direct and manage project work. Moving on, monitoring and controlling. So there are two processes under monitoring and controlling. Process number one is monitor and control project work. So under this process, the major deliverables are change requests. So when you monitor and control your project work, you find defects, you find certain things which are incorrect and they need to be changed. You might receive change requests from any of the major stakeholder of the project, and that's why change requests are one of the major deliverable of the monitoring and controlling project work process. Monitor and control project work process. The work performance report is another major deliverable of this process. All right, second process in this monitoring and controlling process group itself is perform integrated change control. So all the change requests, all the CRs that you receive in the previous process, right? They all go through the change control board, and approved CRs is what you will get out of the perform integrated change control process. And like I said earlier, we have detailed videos and articles on each of these processes, so you can check out what perform integrated change control process is all about, and you will learn how approved CRs are actually one of the major deliverables from this process. And then there's a CR log, which is the change request log. So every CR that goes in to CCB, the change control board, or every CR that is logged, right? It gets logged into the CR log just to keep track of where we are and where these CRs are. The next and the final is the close project or phase process under the closing process group, and the final product of the project is the output, is the deliverable of this process. So these were the processes. You've got 5 and 2, 7 processes in integration management, right? One each under initiating, planning, and closing, and two each under executing and monitoring and controlling process group, right? Each process. Now, if you're wondering why I ignored the manage project knowledge process, this is a new process that has been introduced and added as part of PMBOK edition 6. And it makes sense, right? You are getting work performance information in the previous process, so you're getting a lot of project knowledge in the executing process group, right? So how do you manage that project knowledge is what you're going to learn in this new process that has been introduced by PMBOK edition 6. We will be doing a detailed article and video on managed project knowledge pretty soon, so keep a watch on that. So that was the overview of integration management. We covered what are the processes and what are the major deliverables. I'll link to the entire playlist like I mentioned earlier. And I'll also link to the entire to one of the web pages from our website pmplounge.com, which talks about all of these concepts in detail. So that's all that I had in this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and check us out on our social media, facebook.com/pmplounge and twitter.com/pmplounge. And as always, do check out the website pmplounge.com, your number one free resource for PMP certification and project management industry information. Thank you.